Ladies and gentlemen, they have changed and reworked Clockworks. Oh, don't shoot me, my children, no. Okay, so they've just done the Year of the Clockwork Knight event, and I'm gonna mostly skip over it because I don't really care for the short-term events, but the TLDR of the event is you build this, you put some gears in it, a bird spawns that gives you this book, you pick up this book, you go to the stage, there'll be some bushes that grow here, kill them, they'll drop a princess costume, do some of that, do some of that, do performing, and bam, you get yourself some knights. And these are friendly now. They're your best friends, and they'll follow you around, and I think they attack whatever you attack. Hey, Toolbird, come here. Yeah, there they go. So they're, like, kind of pretty strong, except they miss sometimes. Ignore my rooks. They're having a great time. Now, be warned, this princess costume, you need this to spawn these guys, and these guys are important because when they die, they give you one lucky horseshoe, and this, basically the whole event, the best part about it is the luck mechanic, where anything that's RNG can basically be increased by having lucky horseshoes. For example, Wolfgang's critical hit strike can be increased, like his chance is increased. If with a lucky horseshoe, you can increase your chances of Volkert horn drops with that, and like everything else that's RNG can be increased. So it's kind of whack that it's linked to the event and it's not permanent. So I'm just not going to cover it all that much. But anyway, once you take the armor off, these guys will now be aggressive towards you. So then once you just give them a quick killing. Oh goodness, a Rabbit King is here. Get him, boys. There we go. Oh wait, there's still one more. Kill him. Oh goodness, activate the Rabbit King. Anyway, so you kill them and you see that I've got lucky horseshoes. And so you get 4 lucky horseshoes, then these Clockwork guys can be spawned again after 3 days. Ignore the chaos going right. I don't know where this Rabbit King came from. Anyway, so that's the event in a nutshell. Get out of here. Now, the thing that we care about, and what I'm going to make a video on the main channel, is the Clockwork changes. So these changes are actually extremely huge, right? First of all, you've got the changes to the Clockworks themselves. If we watch the Bishop, his wind-up time for his attack is now much longer than before, and the attack doesn't actually shoot you directly. He shoots AoE electric onto the floor. Cool, interesting. As you can see, this rook that's running around, if you look at his animation real closely, when he stops, he has a little like stopping animation with his legs, and he's also not ramming his teammates. He doesn't just like relentlessly destroy everything now and like hit everything. And the Clockwork Knight has nothing changed. He's still the same. He'll do an attack and then he'll kite and then he'll do an attack. This electric floor that the Bishop puts down is area of effect, and it counts as an electric attack, so it does more damage to wet targets and does the stun effect that electric weapons do. I say, oh, that's cool. Is that all the changes, Jake? No, actually, that isn't all the changes, because then we have, like, the biggest change. Oh, you know what? It's maybe the second biggest change, but I'll get to why it's the second biggest and not the biggest. If I give myself an electric weapon, like the Morningstar, and I'll give myself some gears, watch this. We're just gonna humbly go on in, and we're gonna spank the Bishop. Oh, I had one hit kill mode on. Hold on. All right, we're gonna spank the Bishop, and oh, it electrified, then the electrified, just like any other mob, it spread to other mobs and stunned them all. Except when you hit Clockwork mobs with the electric damage, it actually puts them into an official stunned state. And they sit on the floor for about 2 seconds, then they get back up. But what can you do during these 2 seconds? Something very good. You can hit them, then you can repair, and it restores him to full health, and he's on my side now, and he attacks things. But, as you could just see, this thing is huge, because the Clockwork Bishop's attack is an electric attack, so it stuns other Clockworks, which means as soon as you've recruited a Bishop, you can recruit every other Clockwork, because you just use your Bishop to stun them. And bam, look at that! I now have a Clockwork army! If you don't know the implications of this, don't worry, it will become clear with time. Now, these Clockworks will follow me forever, at least until they die. And they also regenerate. When you recruit them, they also go to full health. So, like, you don't have to worry about them dying too much. So yeah, as you can see, they're regenerating, what, 15 health every 5 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. Pretty good. The only other way you can lose them is if you go to a sinkhole, if I was to go into the sinkhole right now, I would lose my Clockworks because they're not close enough. But as soon as they are close enough, you can go into the sinkhole, then when you come back, they'll start following you again, no problem. So just make sure that when you go into the caves or come out of the caves, the Clockworks that are following you are close by. We will dive into the cave Clockworks soon, but there's one more thing to cover on the surface world. Once all the clockworks on your surface world are gone, you simply cannot get any more. They go extinct. Like, you can't spawn more. They don't spawn from anything except from the shadow pieces set piece, except when you've mined that once, it gets destroyed and you can't do it again. And as you can see there, the clockwork rooks won't like egregiously run into all of your allied mobs and do damage, but they are still destructive, so they'll still like run into walls and stuff. And also, since the clockwork bishop now has a AoE attack, it will also damage walls if it attacks something near walls. So it's a full moon, and now if we mine these, what will happen is, oh look, a bishop, and he's aggressive, so he pokes me. But then I tell my guys to attack, he gets stunned, and I recruit him now. Then he gets stunned, and you're my friend now. And you know what? We don't like the knight, so we're actually gonna kill him fully. We don't want him to be our friend. Get stunned, idiot. And also, these friendly rooks, they're not like ramming into each other, killing each other, which is quite cool. Alright, job done. As you can see, during a full moon, you get the actual clockworks. Now, if I take the knight figure sketch, the rook figure sketch, and the bishop figure sketch, I head on over to the potter's wheel. We put them in the potter's wheel. You can now, well, you always could make these figure sketches. And then when you make these, let me just make some real quick. So from the potter's wheel, you could make these three things. And you always could. And so if you knocked these open on a full moon using a hammer, you would get the shadow pieces. This is how you repeat the shadow pieces fight, right? But a new thing they've just added is, hey guys, during a full moon, now, instead of knocking these open on a full moon and you get nothing, it just breaks them and nothing happens. This is what happens now, and it's the biggest change in my humble opinion. And these things are shaking. Oh, what does that mean? Remember, we're not going to get shadow pieces because they're on a new moon, so we just hammer it. Oh my goodness, a clockwork rook. Oh my goodness, clockworks. And then you're my friend now, and you're also my friend now. You're my friend now. And then the knight is going to die because he's too low health. But as you can see, you can now spawn clockworks. You can make as many clockworks as you want. You just need to make the figure sketches and the statues, and that's how you can make effectively infinite clockworks. And of course, it means you can farm infinite gears. And now I haven't tested this, but like the rough example would be, for example, you make a little tingle node box. Oh, my bishop touched the tingle nodes, and now he is being touched by the tingles. Silly little bishop, come here. So then you wait for a full moon. You give these a humble little tap. And oh look, they all auto-open, they all get stunned by the fence, and now you are safe. And then you just tell your clockwork buddies to kill them all. This would have worked better if this guy didn't escape. But it's fine. These guys are being permanently stunned, so you can just farm them really easily. Because, you know, Tingle Node stuns them properly because they account as electric damage. If you want to farm actual gears and not the clockworks themselves, you just put them inside a Tingle Node box and probably do knights. Don't do bishops or rooks, because bishops can shoot you over the fence, and rooks will ram into the Tingle Nodes, and they might destroy them. I think they would destroy them eventually. Oh, my bishops just destroyed the Tingle Node. Oh goodness. Thinking about this, rather than making a box, I think instead what you do is you just create a line of Tingle Nodes. Give them a little poke. They're all angry. Bishops go. So now they're not hitting the Tingle Nodes, because there's enough space. Oh, good. The one bad thing about clockworks is they don't defend each other. So if one gets attacked, that one will defend itself, but the others won't defend it. So you have to command them to attack everything. Otherwise, they won't do it. Otherwise, just make sure you command them to attack the middle knight. Otherwise, you'll end up getting your Tingle Nodes. Right, cool. And like that, you just got, that's right, like a stack of gears. Really good. Now, the only bad thing is you can only do this on a full moon. But if you have Wicker Bottom, you can just keep forcing a full moon, or you deactivate the moonstorms. But otherwise, you can set everything up so you can do that every 20 days. And then, once you have 40 gears, this is now 40 clockworks that you can, like, hire. Like, you can do this again, but with bishops. And then it's going to be a bit trickier. So that didn't really work, did it? Oh no, I crashed the game. I'm too good. Oh no, I don't know what I deleted. Oh, I crashed. Let's do a little bit of testing. If I hammer this one, how far do the statues need to be away from each other before they stop auto-opening? Oh, they all auto-opened. Oh goodness. Right, what if they're 3 tiles away? So I opened this guy here, so 1, 2, 3. If they're more than 3 tiles apart, then they don't auto-open, which is a good thing, because basically what that means is you would have 3 bishops here, like 3 bishop statues. You'd crack them open, hammer the bishop, wait for them to spawn, give them a friendly poke, and then that goes to all of them. And then, oh, you can stun them again yourself, but if you're fast, like you see there, I got 2 in 1 stun phase. So you have to be fast, though. Give that a friendly poke. And yeah, what's funny is if you have an army of clockworks, one hostile clockwork bishop can just shut down your entire clockwork army because it stuns all of them, of course. But anyway, so yeah, that's how you recruit bishops, I think. Have it in groups of like 3 or 4, then stun them, and then have them more than 3 tiles away so that they don't respawn at once, and then that's how you gather them. Anyway, that's it for the surface. You can farm as many gears as you want, and then use those gears to farm as many clockworks as you want. And the best army is just lots of bishops and then maybe some knights or rooks just to keep the boss away from your bishops. But like bishops are the main thing. But also you don't want a boss that does AoE damage attack your bishops because they'll die pretty fast against like a boss. So I had an idea. I was like, oh well, I can just do an all bosses run but clockworks only. And I was like, I don't need an electric weapon because what I'll do, I'll just go to the ruins where there's these broken clockworks. And if you didn't know, before the update, if you repaired this is knight or rook, so you'd get a knight or rook. This is a knight or bishop, so you'd get a knight or a bishop. So if you repair it, what will happen is... oh cool, a bishop spawned. Now because he's recruited, surely he can stun all the he can stun the rest of the clockworks and I will win the game. But that is not the case. Even though I repaired this broken clockwork with 3 gears, this guy's not following me. He's not my follower, and he will not fight for me, which is a shame. Before the update, that used to be the thing. That used to be the only way to recruit clockworks. You repair these, and then they would be your friends, and they would follow you. But this guy is not following me. Although, I guess one good thing is that it's neutral to me. He's not aggressive to me right now because I spawned him into the world. So he's not recruited, which means I still need to do that, and then I still need to do this. And now he's mine, right? And now, as soon as you've got 1 bishop, so this is to say you still need the electric weapon to stun a bishop, then you can use the bishop to stun everything else. And then you can't like recruit the clockwork until they're actually sat down in the stun animation. That is to say that you have time to do this. So you'll walk up to the bishop with the Morningstar, hit it, then you have time to switch into the weapon, then grab the gears, then repair it. So that way you don't waste your Morningstar as much. Like that. And that's like kind of it. You can use gear, like if you come straight to the ruins, you probably won't be repairing broken clockworks because it's too expensive. But every time you spend 3 gears, you spawn in a clockwork, but the most efficient way is just hammer the broken clockworks to get potentially gears, which I didn't get that time. But then you get gears and use those gears to recruit already existing clockworks. Now, the slightly different thing in the caves is that the clockworks in the caves, that's it. That's all you have until you kill Fuel Weaver. So if you're using clockworks only to kill bosses, you need to make sure you don't kill all of your clockworks because you need them to kill Fuel Weaver. Then when Fuel Weaver dies, all the ones that did die will respawn. So just to be clear, if every alive clockwork on this map I recruited, right? I recruited all the clockworks all over the ruins, right? And then I brought them all like over to a cave entrance, right? They're all over here. When I kill Fuel Weaver, these guys won't respawn because they are still alive and they are recruited and they will be over there. So they won't respawn. But any ones that did get killed or die during services to yourself, then they will respawn, and the broken clockworks will respawn, and when you hammer them, you have a chance for a clockwork to spawn, or you can just repair them to guarantee a clockwork to spawn. This is to say, if you want to maximize the amount of clockworks you have in the caves, on the surface, farm a bunch of gears, then bring all the gears into the caves to recruit existing clockworks, and use the gears to repair the broken clockworks to then recruit those clockworks. But yeah, so this is like kind of really funny. And I just initially had the idea, very original, to just do all the bosses with clockworks, because clockworks are really good minions. Not as good as Mome Guards, but very cool because there's 3 of them. So bishops are the best because they do the partial stun effect, and they have range, and it's AoE. Knights are like whatever, they're kind of slow, don't do a lot of damage, but they are melee units and will distract the enemy. And rooks are the same, except they attack even slower, but they also run around a bit more, so they'll distract the boss even more. Yes, my boys, I came back to the surface and they still love me. So as you see, a portal is active. Now let me just skip ahead to make it level 3. And then birds fall from the sky. And there we go, we've got some buzzards spawned. So now I'm just going to spawn some hounds. And then we use the best weapon combination in the game. All the hounds die, and it cools down the buzzards. So, what have they changed with the buzzards? I'm just going to attack a few, and bam, they do the flames. And the flames now leave icy flooring, and the flames don't last as long. So before, the flames would just last a really long time, which I thought was fine. It was just funny how, like, really powerful the Crystal Crescent buzzards were. So I thought it was fine, but they nerfed them a little bit by making the flames not last as long. Then it just leaves icy flooring, which you can slip on and stuff. As you can see, I didn't really get that many buzzards. I got, like, what, 6 buzzards or something? Yeah, 6 buzzards, I think. Now, before, to my calculations, from my experience, like, you could store up between like 15 and 25 buzzards in the sky, which means as soon as you killed buzzards, like, they would keep replenishing themselves until you'd killed about 25 of them. And then, like, between a quarter of a day and like a full day later, and that number would replenish up to the amount of buzzard spawners that are in your world. Buzzard spawners are in the deserts. You can see those buzzard symbols, those are buzzard spawners. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to speed the world up again and see how long it takes for them to replenish. Oh, and the portal collapsed. The portal collapsed before it spawned more buzzards. So in this one example, again, this probably won't be like it in a real game. I only got 1 round of buzzards, and in that round there was only 6. So like, buzzards are now, like, once you kill them, they're kind of gone for the rest of the portal, and you don't get that many, which I think is kind of whack. I thought it was kind of funny how powerful they were, and that you got so many of them. And you could easily dispatch them if you just held F with a Bright Shade Staff and Enlightened Crown with the jewels. Anywho, that's the updates. There's a few other things with the night, the Year of the Night update, but again, I don't really care about it. But the TLDR is spawn those knights that I showed at the start of the video, kill them every 3 days when they respawn, and each one drops a lucky horseshoe. And once you have like 10 or 20 lucky horseshoes, which is like 1 or 2 stacks of lucky horseshoes, it increases your invisible luck parameter, which increases things like less chance to get hit by lightning, increased chance for Walrus Tusk drop, increased chance for Vault Goat Horn drop, among a few other things, Wolfgang critical hit striking while working, and a few other things that in the long term aren't worth it. Like, in the long term world, you're probably not going to care for it, unless you're playing like Wander, and you really want every single Mactus drop that you want for watches, at which point it's probably kind of worth it. And Vault Goat Horns, again, you probably just make an automatic Vault Goat farm, rather than killing them manually, but there you go, that's the update. Anyway, I'm going to go back to doing the defeating all bosses with Clockworks only, because it's funny. Alright, goodbye.